Hello guys, and welcome back to the Hot Wheels Hunter YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a wheel swap on this gold Civic that we found in a video about a month ago. I'm going to put a link to that video in the description, so let's get started. Looking closer at this golden Civic, I would like to put these 5-spoke gray wheels that I got off a Jay Leno Garage tank car. Yeah, this is a great wheel for this Civic. But the first thing we have to do is open. Simply the way I'm going to open this car is, well, we're just going to slice it slowly, and be careful when you are using a sharp blade. These are not toys. I just want to know, because there are probably some kids watching, including me making this. I have to be careful. Ooh, that looks so good, this golden Civic. Wow, having it open. Let's get this thing on the turntable so we can just take a look at it in its standard form. Okay, here it is on the turntable, just doing a little look on this car. Really happy that I was able to get this casting in general. Hard casting to acquire. Has a nice carbon fiber hood and red interior, and this is the EK generation of the Civic, well, an EK9, pretty sure. So they also made a hatchback of this in 2022 as the Golden Nugget Super. So now let's get it off the turntable and get started with the wheel swap. Okay, let's get started. But one thing to note. So in a recent peg hunting video, I said that I was going to do a Skyline custom. I was going to use this wheel on an R34 that I had. That's going to be hold off. I'm going to do another custom with that blue spray paint. So let's just focus on this wheel swap and we'll focus on that later. So let's get into this Civic wheel swap. Okay, we're not going to be using a traditional method, but we're going to start off by cutting this wheel. I've shown this method before, but we are going to do it in a different manner. So we're just going to cut the wheel here and get the axle off. So when I'm done doing this, I'll get back. So I just finished getting the wheels off. Now it's time to just take a little look. Oh, that's gonna look nice. Just doing a little preview. Oh, it's gonna roll. Wow, hopefully. So what I'm gonna do is we're actually gonna use this tubing that I got at the hobby store that I was showing you. The way we're gonna do this, we're gonna take this X-Acto knife. We will basically roll and cut it, and then with the side cutters we can basically kind of prick it and then it will fall off. But the first thing that we have to do is actually drill it so we can fit this tubing. So we're gonna simply just have to drill, see where the axles would go. We just have to use a larger drill bit so the tubing will fit. So let's get into the time lapse. Okay, so we completed drilling the holes into the vehicle. Now you can kind of see those, and now the tubing should be able to fit good. Now fits nicely. So now we have to measure the tubing. Simply we are going to do that with a Sharpie. So I'm going to measure it and get back to it. I simply measured it. It is not too much of the tubing that we are going to need. Now we just take our X-Acto blade and we are going to have to drag but roll it as well, so we get a nice cut around the entire. Ooh, just trying to get that to focus. Oh, can't really get to focus there. So you get a nice at the entire tubing there, because it is so thin. So then after a bit of this, I will get back to you. Okay, now I just finished, well, I just did both of them, same process, and now you can stick them in. But now we have to crimp the axles, because we're going to stick axles in them. We have to crimp them so they don't move. So we are going to have to drill the base. I just did that so I get an accurate precision on the vehicle. What is where it is. It's a lot easier this way. So let's get into the drilling. Okay, we just finished drilling. Oh, let's pop out the base. Ooh, a little bit of dust in there. And now it is time to crimp the axles. So let's get into that. The way we simply crimp these axles is we get our side cutters, we get our wheels and axles, and we cut them in half. Then we simply slide it into the tube, and then we take this part of the side cutters and we crimp it. So we hold it in a steady position, push as hard as you can, and you do that in a couple areas of this. This method is okay. If you have any other methods, well, it worked actually pretty well. Leave that in the comments below. So I'm going to do that to all fours and get back to you guys when I'm done. I just finished the vehicle. Now, let's take a look on the turntable. Then I'll show you a deeper look in my hands. So, let's get into it. Okay, now I have the car in hand. When I was making the car, I decided to add some camber onto the Civic. I think it looks a lot better this way. Yeah, the Civic turned out really, really nice, and it doesn't roll too bad as well. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and get ready for more uploads.